So this person says a poll tax is paid for strictly to vote, nothing else. So what they're saying is, unless the federal government charges you directly to vote, if you have to pay money for an ID or if you have to pay money for the documentation needed to get an ID, that cannot be equated to a poll tax, because a poll tax is just being you having to pay to vote. That's what they're saying. So let's talk about it from a different perspective, if we could, please. Let's say I want to tax you to drive, and I issue a tax on your ability to drive. Every time you get on the road, you owe me, as the federal government or the state government or the county government, whatever government you want to say, you owe me a tax. And there's an uproar. God damn it, this is unfair. I should be able to drive without being taxed. And they eliminate the driving tax. But they put a tax on getting a driver's license. Is that still a tax on driving? It is, isn't it? Putting a tax on the driver's license is a tax on driving. Even though I'm not charging you directly to drive, I'm charging you for the ability to even go out and legally drive. Let's look at it through another lens. If I say I want to tax you to use your gun, every time you want to fire your gun, you owe us this huge tax. And we get that passed, and you go out, and every time you fire, you're at the range, and every time you expend a round of ammunition, you owe the federal government money, and there's an uproar. God damn it, this is unfair, and they get it overturned. But now the federal government taxes the living shit out of ammunition. Is that a tax on your ability to fire that gun? Yes, it is. Even though I'm not charging you directly to fire your gun, I'm charging you for the one thing that you need in order to fire your gun. I'm charging the hell out of your ammunition. If you go out to dinner and I say I'm going to charge you a massive tax in order to eat dinner, and you go, that's just unfair, and I go, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to charge your dinner. I'm going to tax the plate that your dinner comes on. Am I taxing you essentially to eat? Yeah, because you can't eat it without the plate. The same thing goes into ID to vote. And you can make the ID free. It doesn't mean that the documentation and all of the other steps in order to get the ID are free. And you can make the argument that it doesn't matter, it's only a couple of bucks. To somebody below the poverty level, that 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks it takes to gather the documentation to go get the free ID means the difference between eating this week and not. Not to mention the fact that most of these facilities are not in poor areas. So you got to do some traveling. You got to take some time off of work. So you got lost wages. You got the cost to travel. You got the cost to get the documentation. And then lost wages and traveling again the day you got to go get the actual ID. Also, you can get a free ID so that you can vote. That is a poll tax.